Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Sam. I hope all of you are doing super great today. If you're excited for the 2019 iPhones, drop a like down below as always, and hit subscribe so you stay up to date with the latest Apple news. We've got some new details from CompareRaja today, talking about which one of the 2019 iPhone prototypes, this one or this one, may have won out over the other. At least one that is coming for sure now. And we also got some early details about what the possible camera specs could look like, which is always exciting, so let's go ahead and jump in. So actually, all the information in this video is courtesy of CompareRaja. We've got a lot of exciting iPhone 11 details to talk about, and I gotta jump into the first one because it's really big and it's really important, and it's just a little bit crazy at the same time. According to CompareRaja, who initially brought us these renders right here, one of their sources has told them that at least one 2019 iPhone is going to look like this. We had the battle of the prototypes. We don't know if it's going to be the second gen version of the iPhone XR or if this is going to be the second gen version of the iPhone XS, what we're tentatively calling the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Max. And that's wild because this is the most unique, most different looking iPhone that I've ever seen, and probably that you've ever seen as well. So now that there's a very good chance that Apple's going to be releasing this phone as something you can buy later this year, what are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comment section. Are you going to be buying one of these? Do you like the direction that Apple is going? We've got some more details about the design that I want to jump into now because they're very exciting, including a brand new color option that we've never seen on an ultra premium high-end smartphone from Apple. So according to CompareRaja, we are going to be seeing the great and triumphant return of colors like space gray, silver, and we will be seeing gold again into 2019. But according to their sources, either at launch or later in the release cycle, maybe sometime March 2020 is when we'd be seeing this, March or April 2020, blue could be making its way to this iPhone, and CompareRaja has a color of how that could look right here. It's a very bright blue. I think it's very similar to the color that Apple uses on the iPhone XR. Personally, I think a much darker color blue would look a lot better. Honestly, just looking at the back of this iPhone for a second, I'm not a huge fan of the way that this looks. I love the flash setup, but it being horizontal versus vertical now is totally throwing me off. Might be throwing some of you guys off as well, and if it is, drop a like down below and let me know in the comment section. But I want to talk about some more details for this iPhone 11. On the screen, CompareRaja provides more details saying that the screen size itself is pretty much going to remain the same. It's going to be 5.8 inches, but because the bezels on the side of the phone and the notch are both getting smaller, the screen to body ratio is going to increase a little bit. So there's going to be more screen on a very similar amount of body, and a little tidbit thrown in here is that IP68 water and dust resistance are also going to be a part of the iPhone 11. So that's nothing that we really heard before, so pretty exciting that we're at least not going to lose any water or dust resistance, but it could go up a little bit, Apple, come on. But that is not the most exciting part of this report. According to the same source, CompareRaja says that the new 2019 iPhone 11 will pack a 4,000 milliamp hour battery in it. 4,000 milliamp hours is a crazy amount, and it's exactly what the iPhone needs. The iPhone draws a decent amount of power with its OLED screen, a lot of premium features like dual megapixel 12 cameras on the current iPhone XS. And the battery life on the iPhone XS is good. It's the best I've ever gotten on that 5.8 inch model. I still want it to get better though, and if this 4,000 milliamp hour battery does come to the iPhone 11, it will be so much better. You will not need a battery case. You won't need to worry about charging it. For reference, the regular iPhone XS has a 2,658 milliamp hour battery, so going from 2,658 to 4,000 would be astronomical. That would be way more than noticeable. I think that's a potential for the iPhone 11 to last just 2 days on a single charge. Next up, the report keeps going on here talking about what port's gonna be on the iPhone 11. Now, overall, we've been hearing USB-C. It's on the iPad Pro right now. There's precedent for it to come to the 2019 iPhones. And we've been hearing time and time again, way more people saying USB-C than the number of people saying it's going to stay Lightning. A few weeks ago, CompareRaja said that it's going to be a Lightning port, but this new source that hopefully has more Apple clout in the community is saying USB-C. Takara has said USB-C. So many other sources have said USB-C. Having one universal port for your iPhone, for your iPad, for your Mac would be so nice, and I really want Apple to do it so badly. Now, if Apple does that, the public's going to lose their minds, of course, because the switch from 30-pin to Lightning was an excellent change that needed to happen, but people lost their minds. Now when people hear that all of their Lightning headphones aren't going to work with the 2019 iPhones, everybody's going to be mad. But I think for the greater good of mankind, we need USB-C. It's the best objective choice, and you can fight me if you disagree. Finally, rounding out this first report, 5G not coming to the 2019 iPhone 11 or any iPhone in 2019. We initially heard this from Fast Company a number of weeks back, I think a couple of months back, that Apple's going to lay low this year, not jump on the 5G train right away, but a 5G iPhone instead for 5G LTE connectivity will be coming in 2020. So no 5G on the iPhone this year. CompareRaja is saying it. Other sources are saying it. We're just going to have to wait another year until we get 5G. It's so crazy too. We have some camera specs that I want to share with you. We're finally going to get a megapixel upgrade on both the front and rear facing cameras. So starting off with the front facing camera, it's going to be jumping from 8 megapixels where it is right now on the XS and the XR to 10 megapixels on the front facing new notch Face ID 2 or 3 upgraded camera on the iPhone 11. Obviously, we use our front-facing cameras a lot, so a 2 megapixel bump year over year is going to be pretty cool. I don't have any samples to show you, of course. I don't know what that's going to look like, but hearing that early on, very exciting that we're going to see a front-facing camera upgrade. But of course, the main camera upgrades that we've been hearing about for a long time that Apple's been working on are happening on the rear of the phone. They're what's caused a lot of controversy with the 2 prototypes, how Apple's going to lay these cameras out. According to one source, one of the lenses is going to be 10 megapixels, which is interesting. Keep your eye on that because it's actually a downgrade. One of them is going to jump to 14 megapixels, and the third one, CompareRaja isn't sure about just yet. The source has not said. Now, I'm sure that Apple's going to make up for that somehow. I'm sure they're going to increase the pixel size or work some magic to make it not just be a strict downgrade. I'm sure there'll be something to compensate for a lower megapixel count, just because I know that'll catch a lot of reviewers' attentions, mine included, if that is the case, if it's an actual physical downgrade year over year. But 14 is going to be a 2 megapixel upgrade. So we're going 2 down on one, but 2 up on another. The iPhone has been at 12 megapixels for the past couple of years, so it's definitely time for a hardware megapixel increase. And 14 is definitely getting up there. I remember just a couple of years ago, we were completely content with the megapixel count on the rear camera when there was only one rear camera at 8 megapixels. And then we jumped to 12. Now we're jumping to 14. It's going to be a pretty big camera upgrade. What we're hearing right now as far as raw specs go, really big deal. That big 4,000 milliamp hour battery. One camera on the back will be 14 megapixels. USB-C port on here. Smaller bezel, smaller notch. I think this is shaping up to be a really good iPhone, and definitely a much bigger upgrade from 2018 to 2019 than we saw from 2017 to 2018. So here's a roundup of the latest stuff that we've been hearing about the 2019 iPhones. I'm going to keep trying to update this with all of the latest leaks and rumors that we've been hearing across all the devices. If you learned something new, as always, drop a like down below and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on anything else. But for now, this is the latest on the 2019 iPhones. I've been Sam. Hit like if you enjoyed, hit subscribe for more, and I'll catch you all in my next video.